Hello everyone. This video is about a relatively new feature on Flipgrid called screen recording. And I've been using it for the past 2 or 3 months during this time of remote learning to do my presentational speaking activities and assessments. And so here you have a typical prompt that a student might see in which they are asked to complete a slideshow, to make a slideshow to give their presentation. And this is something we might use in the classroom, in the physical classroom, where we have a smartboard or a projection screen or something that we can use to present the slideshow while the student gives their presentation. However, during this time of transition to remote learning and the use of Flipgrid, I've seen many teachers using the standard Flipgrid format of a camera on their face to give presentations. And so we see this screen here, and this is a screen that I'm sure that many Flipgrid users are familiar with, and many students as well, where we have just the camera on the face, and we tell the student to click record and then to speak into the camera. And as a teacher, this tells us a little bit. We can hear the student speaking. Sometimes we can see them unless they bury their face in emojis. But we're not sure. We're sure that sound is coming out of their mouths, but we're not sure if they're speaking or if they're reading. And for presentational speaking activities, this is a very important distinction. And so when the student has the camera simply on their face, we're not sure what's on their screen. We're not sure if they are reading a script that they typed up previously, or, more sinister, a script that they simply copied and pasted from Google Translate, or what they're reading, or what they're looking at as they give the presentation. And so on Flipgrid, we have this little feature here called screen recording. And as the beta indicates, it's still a relatively new feature and does have some bugs, which I haven't seen yet, but it is still in beta testing. And so I have been using this for 2-3 months and I have not had any major issues with it. But this allows students to open up their slideshow presentation, whatever medium you're using. In my classroom, we use Google Slides. And so students can open up their Google Slides presentation and then voice over the slides as they advance through. Now, this is helpful in terms of speaking because we're able to see as teachers which images, which parts of the slideshow students are presenting as they're advancing through. And so if a student has an image that does not match what they're talking about, then we get a sense that perhaps the student is either reading or does not understand what it is that they are saying. Perhaps it's a memorized block of text. And so it is important to have this available. And so I think this is a good feature for teachers to use because it does allow us to keep track of what students are saying, and it does present a more natural, more ecologically valid approach to presentational speaking, right? Something that we would see in the actual classroom. And so I think this is a good tool that if you have not used it yet, I would recommend checking out. It is a service that's similar to Loom or Screencastify, whereas it captures the screen and allows you to do a voiceover. But in these times of remote learning, there's a plethora of technology out there, and I find it easier to simplify. And I think that many teachers already have used Flipgrid to some extent, and it's easier to integrate presentational speaking activities and giving slideshow presentations into a platform students already know, like Flipgrid, as opposed to getting to know a new platform like Loom or Screencastify. So please go ahead and check out this feature if you haven't already and see how it works in your classes. And let me know if you have any questions or if you need any help with that. And I will be sure to get back to you with any advice that I might have. But stay tuned. I will have more videos out on different technology services, different platforms, with different tips and reviews. So thanks for watching, and stay safe and happy teaching.